You have received telephone calls ever since you moved in asking about if you're interested in selling the house.
That's right. They were not steady by any means, but I would get maybe 1 or 2 calls a month, letter now and then, asking us if we would be interested in selling our home, and which I thought at the time was rather peculiar since we had just moved in, and obviously, we weren't going to sell out right away, but we did get it, but it picked up considerably in the last 4 to 5 months.
And this was because of the school integration problem?
Yes, I believe it really was. As I say, it was an occasional thing which I was reasonably annoyed about, but it wasn't anything that I found, planned in any way. But in the last few months, especially since the issue of school busing came up, there have been just numerous phone calls. I've been home more during the day, and so I get more, too, which makes a difference. And many, many letters. I'd say that I've gotten at least 24 letters in the last 3 months. Maybe 24 phone calls in the last 2 to 3 months, which is a lot, seeing as how I'm not home all day. And I feel harassed. I really do.
How would you characterize the tone of the letters and telephone calls you've gotten?
Well, they vary considerably in tone and content. Some of them are simple, direct questions. Are you interested in selling your house? Many of them, however, make implications to the fact that this is a transition neighborhood, a neighborhood that's changing, and that if you ever want to sell at a good price, now is the time. Obviously implying that if you don't sell now, you're not going to be able to sell at any kind of a decent price later. The phone calls are sometimes very chatty, in the sense that they try to act like you understand what they mean and you're on their side and you don't want to be around for what's happening in the neighborhood, kind of thing. And as I say, then others are just strictly very short, businesslike. The letters have gone anywhere from just simple addresses to, here again, very definitely implying that this is a changing transition neighborhood. Now is the time to sell. We'll give you a good deal, this type of thing, which I feel obviously encourages people's fears, if they have them anyway. Just to bear this out, I was speaking to a fellow that I worked with, and it turns out that he had worked with a realty company here in Dallas part-time. And he said that there is actually a kind of plot that they use of areas that they're going to pressure, and that they decide that this area is going to be a good area because it's changing, that they can come into that area and really push and get a lot of houses sold. He said that his company was planning on doing it within a couple of months, and that they were waiting until the school busing thing calmed down a little bit so that they could then really get to the people who were really interested. But he said that he knew that they were all over the place in this neighborhood, and that they were definitely trying to really push people into selling.
Why do you believe that the real estate people are interested in this integrated neighborhood?
Well, I think that there are several reasons. One of them is the fact that it's a very nice area for people to move into, regardless of what color they are. The homes are more sturdy than the housing around, so it's a nice neighborhood from a housing point of view. Secondly, it's bordered by neighborhoods that are predominantly black or very much Mexican American, which are also changing neighborhoods, I suppose, and that these neighborhoods naturally, there's filtering in and out. That's another reason. Also, there's a lot of money to be made by selling a lot of houses in a short period of time, and I really feel that these people are very interested in making a lot of money.
In other words, you're saying they're trying to take advantage of the situation that cropped up in Dallas.
Absolutely. I've talked to a number of our neighbors, both when we moved in and just recently, and they've been getting letters and phone calls. I know that we don't all agree in our attitude towards this, and the ones that are very much against an integrated neighborhood are very much panicked, and the ones who really haven't decided how they feel about it are definitely encouraged in their fears and their worries. And naturally, when you buy a home, you have a big investment in it, and you want to be able to safeguard that investment. And these people firmly believe that they're going to lose money. This is the bugaboo. You always hear that you're going to lose your property value. And so these people naturally are afraid. And when you get so many calls and so many letters, and the implying that if you don't sell now, you're not going to be able to get the full value for your home, and that now is the time to sell, all of that encourages people to actually sell and to move out to some further out suburban neighborhood.
What do you and your husband intend to do?
Well, we intend to stay here. We love it here. We won't move. In fact, I mentioned to you earlier that since we've been here, several of our friends have come to visit us and liked it so much that they've bought homes here. So we've sold 2 houses in the neighborhood to friends, and another friend is renting. So we love it here, and we don't really care what the neighborhood is like in terms of any kind of racial balance or imbalance. It's just that I personally don't want I don't like the, what would you say, the kind of ugliness encouraged and prejudice encouraged by people who are out to make money.